Happy New Year, everybody. This is Aaron, as always, and I've got something pretty exciting that I want to show you. And this is something that not too many people know about, but it's something that I know a lot of people are kind of looking for. So this is a website called Edcite, and basically what this is we've all been trying to find something to kind of simulate the air test question format. And last year it was the park question format, and in some cases, I tried to create some questions through Google Forms, and you could get it close. You could get the kids kind of an idea of what it looks like, but it wasn't really the exact same. EdSite, though, is the best that I've found so far to get it as close as possible to the types of formats that these kids are going to see on the air test. And I'll credit one of the other teachers that I teach with, Blair Emler. He's the one who actually found this and kind of turned everybody onto it at my school. But I just thought that this definitely needs to be shared with as many people as possible. And like I said, this is not something that a lot of people know about right now. These guys on YouTube right now actually have about 10% of the amount of subscribers that I do, which is not very many. So this is kind of new. So here's basically what you're going to want to do. You're going to want to sign up, and basically, since I've already signed up, I'm just going to kind of log in with Google here. That's the nice thing about it. If you have a Google account, you and the students can log right in with Google, and it makes it super simple. So this is the website that basically you have. You can create classes, assignments, questions. You have your libraries up top. To get started, the very first thing that you really have to do is create a class. And you do that simply by clicking on classes and create a new class. Once you do that, you just put in the name. It has a class code just like any learning management system that you might be familiar with, like Edmodo, Google Classroom. Sign up status, you want to keep this enrollment on so that way the students can log in and get started right away. And the nice thing about this is, there again, once the students go to edcite.com, they click on sign up and they just click sign in with Google, and it's super easy, and just put in the code. It's that simple. So once you have classes created and you have the students in there, the entire list of students will come up, and it'll show their usernames, and you can edit the students. You can get reports on the individual students as well. And basically it'll show you how many. So I've created a couple different classes. One class we have already hit the ground running, and we've got some stuff created, and the kids have taken a couple of these very short mini assessments. So I'll show you a couple of those as well. So to create an assignment, very simple, just like anything, you just create an assignment. And there's a couple different ways that you can do this. You can, what you want to do is name it. So we'll call this, I actually have to create one for tomorrow. So, and we'll add questions. Now, I've created a couple questions in here already, but from here you just go to create question, and these are all the different question formats. I'm not even going to attempt to go through all of these right now. But here's what I really like about this. The question types are listed right along here up at the top. So you have the park type questions. So for I really don't know much about math, so you'll just have to, I'll leave that to the math teachers. But basically you can have like different sets of math questions for like bar graphs and fill in the blanks type questions. You can insert pictures, you can insert videos. Now for multiple choice ELA, how the air test kind of has the passage on one side, and then the questions and maybe a couple different questions on the right hand side. It's kind of split into two different screens. This program, this website does that. It's really cool. Essay responses, same type of thing. You have the passage on the left and then a place that you can type it in on the right. And again, just like any learning management system that you might be familiar with, like Edmodo or Google Classroom, you go in and you can grade it and do comments right there. Now, the nice thing about this is you don't necessarily have to start from scratch. I mean, there's a lot of questions that I want to create on my own, of course, but some people have already started to create some of these. Again, you can see the smarter balance type questions here, the basics. Venn diagram questions actually look really, really cool. Um, Again, my recommendation to you is just to kind of go in and start playing with these. It's a little bit kind of clunky at first, trying to figure out the input, like how to put in information that's supposed to go on the left side and show up on the left side. But once you kind of play with it a little bit, it actually is not too bad at all. Um, so we'll get out of this for right now. Now, if I want to again, add questions, I can go to shared questions, and then these are questions that everybody else has already created. So let's say, for instance, let's see, I'm in government, so let's just do government. And here is different types of, like a technology enhanced question. So if you want to kind of take a look at this to get an idea of what it looks like, you just click on view. And here we go. So the kids just read the passage on the left, and then just like on the air test or the park test, I know park isn't gone in Ohio, but it's still around in other states. You put it in there, and then now you just check the answer. I didn't even read it. See, that's how good I am in government. I can just magically put the answers in the right area. So if I would have answered one of these incorrect, let's see if I can go back and do that incorrectly so that you can actually see what it is. Yeah, it was this one. So here, we'll make sure. 23rd Amendment allowed separate. Okay, that is definitely not the right answer. So, ooh, I answered all of them incorrect. So all of them incorrect. So it does give the student answer and it gives the correct answer as well. So that way they know. And they get results, and they can get to keep their results on a regular basis as well. So here, we'll get out of that. You can tell it's a student view up top. So if I want that question in there, I can just click on it, and then you just click on add selected questions. So you can select all of these if you want. You can just select a couple of them if you want. And again, you can just start building your assessments right from there. And a lot of these that are in here are they're pretty good. So I definitely recommend taking a look at that. Now, the other nice thing that I like is if you already have some assignments created, and you can kind of see here, let me go back. I do have a couple assignments that I've already created that the kids have already done. If I want to kind of pick and choose, like make a new assignment and then pick and choose some questions from those two that I've already given, just to kind of have like a snapshot from time to time, you go back to create a new assignment, add questions, and then you can import questions from other assignments. I love this option here. So if I want it from this 1-7, so I just select. Here's all 3 questions. If I don't want it on there, it's gone. Right? And so that's how you can kind of pick and choose from different assignments, things that you've already done. Let's see. Now I think what I'm going to do though is I shouldn't have got rid of that. Oops. So we'll actually go ahead and create an assignment, and I will post an assignment so that way you can see how that is. So we go to assignments, create a new one. I'm going to add questions, and basically I'm just going to import questions from what the kids have already done. And this one. So there's all 6 questions that they've done so far, and we are going to name this. So it's going to be 1/8/2016 bell work. The due date is going to be tomorrow, the draft, and save. Going to go from draft to active. We're going to confirm. And then we are going to assign this. And we're going to assign it to every single student. All 77. Now you can just click on government as well if you have like two different classes in here. But for right now, I'm just going to click on all because the government class is the only one I have set up. Then you click on send to selected students. So 77 invitations sent. So tomorrow, whenever they log into their Edcite page, they will be able to see this. It's really, really cool. Now, the nice thing about this is you get reporting with this as well. And this is kind of where I'm going to kind of cut this one short, and we'll pick up with another time. And I'll kind of show you some more features about it. But this this was the very first day that the kids took it, so if I want to get a report as to how they did on that, you can get the grade by a student, or you can get the grade by question. I really like this, so that way if there's a certain question that kids really, they didn't do very well on, you can kind of see that, and you can change the view. You can change it from student, you can change the low score to high score, total. And the nicest thing about this, I mean, if you are kind of an Excel junkie and you like looking at all the data and analytics on this, you can get a summary report. Shows you the max points, the number of questions, how each student did, and you can select the view from aggregate to standard, which I didn't do anything with the standards on this one, but by question, by percent, or by points. And if you scroll down to the bottom, you can export this entire report to a CSV file, which is basically like an Excel file. So you can get in-depth reporting so that you know where the kids' strengths and weaknesses are. So, all right. There's a lot more features that I have not touched on yet, but the video is already getting a little bit longer than what I wanted it to be anyhow, so I'm going to kind of cut it short here. But Edcite, you definitely need to take a look at it. It definitely is going to be worth your time to explore and see if it would be worthwhile to you. Like I said, I've tried to simulate the types of questions that are on the air test that were on the park tests last year, just to give the kids an idea of what the format would look like. And this is by far the best option that I've seen so far. Is it perfect? No, it's not. And like I said, some of the questions to try to figure out how to make them are a little bit clunky, but at the same point in time, again, it's better than nothing. So feel free to pass this on, leave a comment if you would like to see something more specific, and I can touch on that next time. And make sure you like the video as well. And we'll catch you guys next time.